Nice. All right, pull way back, way back. Turn your shoulders as far as you can. Turn your hips as far as you can, and then swish. That's it. Big turn. Nice. Now, as you do all that, just kind of peek over your left shoulder, kind of look, keep your eye on that tee, and then swish. Really good. That's it. This is your new golf swing. So as you do this, listen. Where's that swish happening? Yeah, so it's happening, kind of starting here. Go ahead and go through. So the speed zone is probably from about here to here now.
Okay, versus
way up there for tennis. Now what we have to do is we have to move that speed zone over here.
Okay.
So you start the swish kind of back in here, and it goes the entire way. That's your golf swing. Perfect. Do that again. Okay, now we're gonna refine it.
Okay.
Because this is why you top it. This is why your irons, you're like, I hate my irons, right? So when you fling this stick, it's going to fling relative to kind of what you do with your upper body.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you. So come on back here. I'll let you be camera woman, so hold that. Okay, so in fact, I'll take this stick. So if the stick kind of starts here and I pull back, which your backswing is awesome and your swish is awesome, the problem is you mess it up on the follow through part.
Okay.
So you go swish here. Now what should happen is your shoulders should continue kind of like this angle.
Okay.
Problem is you got the tennis follow through, messes everything up.
Okay.
So what happens is you go like this, you swish, it's awesome, boom, and then your shoulders go up here. Now I can't reach my target anymore because my shoulders just came up. But if I drop my shoulders, I can easily reach that tee. See the difference?
Yes.
So now face on, what that would look like is like this.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the world sideways.
Okay.
Where you mess this thing up is you come up like that. And then your shoulders have come up and you're like, oh no, I can't reach the ball anymore. I top it and I finish here. So what I got to get you to do is turn that big shoulder swing back here. Swish the stick like we're working on. So you're gonna swish it in this zone. And then when you come through, point here. So I'm gonna have you do this, what I just did with the stick.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll help you. With the left hand, hold the stick across your shoulders. It's kind of under. Yeah. Yep, and then kind of, yep, right there.
Okay.
Okay, with the right hand, so take your setup. Now turn back and stop. Okay, now where is the stick on your shoulders pointed? It's over here.
Yeah.
It needs to be pointed down there. Then you swish through. Now the butt end then points down.
Okay.
But you can't do it. You can't cheat it just by tipping it with your hand. You gotta tip your shoulders. There you go, that's better. Then you swish it and then you tip it there. So you think you can do this?
Try.
Go a little faster, not much faster, just a little faster. You're tipping it, swishing it, tipping it. Tip, swish, and stay tipped.
So is it
It's a crunch.
So it's a crunch on the side.
Yeah, it's like that side bend, lat pull down kind of crunch, right? And it's a little bit crunch on both sides. There you go.
Here,
and then there. Yep. So your goal is to do the crunchy thing and the swishy thing at the same time. There you go. So you pull it back, kind of get your shoulder pointed, snap it through. That was the best swing of your life right there. There. That was even pretty good. Didn't have the speed. Let's snap it through there. There you go. Very good. Got a little rub your tummy, pat your head thing going on, right? We got to do both. So if the shoulders,
does that mean I'm not far enough out?
Yeah. So good, awesome question. So do that again. I'll show you why. So when your shoulders tip back, this arm kind of comes up. And what you're gonna see here on the video is it's like arm is more vertical. Shoulders have a maybe 45-degree angle, but the arm goes up. That's what we want. Now, when you swish this thing through, yep, stay right there. Keep going. Now hold the crunch for me. This deep crunch. Now, from this deep crunch, swing up. Okay. So the shoulder has to go down, but the arm has to go back up.
Okay, so going back up vertically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Just got to leave that right shoulder down. So when you crunch, one of the biggest things we're gonna there you go, do that again. So here's what I want. I want your pony to fling around down here.
Okay.
Not up there. There you go. So when you watch like LPGA Tour, not too many guys with ponytails, so we'll reference LPGA, boom, there you go. So then what happens is when you're done, your hair is going to kind of fling around because your cap is tilted.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Yep, there you go. So we definitely have this side bend crunch thing going on. Yeah, and it's not really a ton of focus on the backswing. You kind of do that pretty naturally. It's mostly going to be a lot of emphasis on the follow-through side. So let me take the stick off the shoulders, but I want you to put your hand back on that right shoulder. So take your left hand, put it back like you're holding that stick. Now, the stick's out of the way, so you don't have to worry about hitting the stick. Go back and keep that pony down. So your right ear has to go down. There it is. There it is. Yep. Sweet. So now what we have is we're dealing with this kind of this new balance issue, right? So what's happening is your upper body, right? So if I stand here like this and then I lean over, and if I just keep leaning, eventually I'm gonna fall.
Right.
So that's kind of what you're dealing with.
And so the force is going forward instead of...
Yeah, so here's how this whole thing works. You have a body that turns on an angle because we play golf on the ground. If we played like tennis with the ball bouncing maybe waist high, our shoulders could turn level. That'd be like baseball, softball, something like that. But because it's on the ground, we have to bend over and tilt. Well, now that we're bent over, our upper body is like tipping over our feet. Well, now we have to fling this arm around and stay bent over. We can't stand up straight because if we do, then the club comes level to the ground. It doesn't come down to the ground. So do some swings. The job of the body is to simply stay there and be balanced. So just do the one hand. Yep. Go back, swish through, stay down. So good. Do it again. Yep, the arm comes up high, powerful. Swishes, shoulders stay down. So good.
And I should keep looking.
Yeah. That's good because like your head weighs like 10 pounds. It's leaning over. It's holding you kind of down too. That's a good thing. Keeping your eye on the ball. Really good. Really good. Okay. So we got rub your tummy, pat your head. But we got to pat your head faster and better.
Okay.
So your body stays where it stays. The arm swishes. Now we're going to make sure that that swish zone starts over here. Okay. So do the tilt. Go back and stop. Okay, now right about here, kind of. Nope. That was perfect. You're doing awesome. Just go right here. Don't overthink it. Fling it in this space all the way through. Yep. And then while you're doing that, keep that tucked position. See how the shoulder likes to pop up?
Yes.
So we got to stay tucked. So good. That was the best swing of your life right there. Yep. Fling it and stay there. Now, if you have any part of you starting to come up, it's going to be bad. So you're going to ruin all the good arm swishing that you're doing. So you got to stay crunched and exaggerate that crunch. Good. Now I want you to hit the ground a few times with the stick. Just kind of scratch it up with the, yep. There you go. All right, so that's the distance. Now as you go through with the stick, just hit the ground with it. Perfect. and you're going to use the crunch to hit the ground more. There you go. So the more you crunch, the better chance you have of hitting the ground. That's why when you hit your driver, you've had more success, because the driver's up in the air and your shoulders have been turning more level.
Okay.
And then it probably just gets worse all the way down to like a sand wedge or a pitching wedge, because those clubs are the most vertical.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we get to try it with the, let's see, an A wedge looks like the shortest one in here. Okay, so do your grip. I like your grip so far. We'll mess with it maybe a little. But this is the moment of truth where we do the flinging and the shoulders.
That was up.
Up, it was, yep. So early fling, it's heavier, so you fling it or throw it, and throw it downward, and then you crunch as much as you can on this one. So you haven't caught the grass, we got to crunch into the grass. Better. Yep, so go back and stop on this one. Good. Now right here, look back at me. I want you to literally, like, as your arms are coming down, like lower yourself by crunching. Crunch, 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 keep going. See it there? That's how you're going to hit the ground.
Okay, so bending also.
Yeah. Well, no, not so much the knees, but more crunching. So it's kind of not just side bending. It's kind of almost front and side bending. But just really drop. There it is. That's it. Do that again. Not enough. That's okay. Keep it going. Drop really low with your shoulders. That's better. So it's this whole head thing, shoulder thing, ponytail thing. Like, we got to get it to drop over to the right side, especially. Much better.
Okay.
Right? So here, grab your water, take a drink. So as you're doing this, the club itself, we talked about the physics of it, right? So we have centrifugal force as an aligning force. It's going flinging. Well, the problem is when the shoulders are up on this angle, it flings around. It'll never hit the ground and won't be a nice golf shot because you'll top it. So then what we have to do is we have to take everything and tilt it sideways so that now the flinging happens on a more vertical direction. Okay. All right, so let's grab the driver. Yep. I'm going to do the same flinging. So shoulders, turning, and early fling over here, kind of working the shoulders on the right angle.
Just trying to get comfortable.
Yeah. So what you're gonna find on the driver is it's the least body bending.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we caught the ground, which is fine. So let's get the shoulders and then the throw. Good. So I want you to throw hard with your arms. And get that swish sound to start over here, kind of in the upper section. Yep, right there. Boom. Now.
That was 2.
There you go. Arm throw was awesome. Lots of speed. Shoulders tipped.
And went back the other way.
You don't get the reward of the speed you're putting in. Yep. That's good. You felt that. So get that big fling. So good. Yep, do it again. Good. All right, let's put a ball on the tee and rip it.
Right.
Now, we could completely miss, but that's a risk we're willing to take.
It's like, you know me.
We're going to take that risk because I don't want you to slow down the speed. I just want you to get feeling that rotation and that throwing. Perfect.
I don't even know where it went.
Now, it went way left. You did literally almost miss it. But the good news is that was all based on setup.
Okay.
So I'll show you what happened. You did a beautiful golf swing, probably the best of your life, except the club went right there.
Oh.
So you were just too close.
Okay.
Yep, too close.
So I'm wondering if with...
Yeah, I'll help you. So go ahead and get yourself ready. Okay, now stretch your arms out further and hold the club in the air. See where it's going to go?
Oh, yeah.
So scoop back just a tiny bit, kind of bend your knees, get yourself ready. Yep, now let's do that big spinning, throwing. Okay, so what happened? You bonked it into the ground a little bit, yep.
Okay.
So the shoulders didn't stay on their correct axis.
Okay.
So do a practice swing. Point the club right at the ball and hover it in the air right there. And then turning and throwing. Okay, now try it with the ball. All right, now you did lose balance.
I did.
Yep, so just reach out a little, back up just a little. Say, there you go, perfect. Good adjustment. There it is, look at you.
Moly.
That was a holy moly. Okay, let's do that again. Yeah, let's do that because it's fun. So what we're building, in contrast to where you've gone with lessons before, in lessons before, I think coaches maybe just assumed you knew a lot of this stuff, right? You didn't. That's fine. But this is cool that we get to start over with the right stuff. So shoulders and arms. Love it. Okay. It popped up in the air a little because when the driver came through, you skimmed the grass.
Okay.
And then the tee was just too high up in the air. Yep,
Okay.
that's fine. Do another one. What do you think? You think you're going to get this?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not...
I think there's, and then other ones it's been like weight shifting, washing machine, hips, belt to the...
Yeah.
All good things, but almost too much to understand.
Yeah, segmented and like a lot of times like with focus on solving a problem. We're solving for correct. So if you just do correct, you'll be better. Yeah, so good turn, good throw. There you go. Very nice. So the better you turn, the better you throw, the better golfer you'll be.
Okay.
Yep, so do one more on the tee, and then we're going to challenge you by dropping down to the Nemesis irons. So we got to get our reach. So this teaches you where to stand. You're going to hover, right, and stretch just a little. There you go. Good turn, good throw. That's okay. So it went low because you struck it again, kind of on.
So what is?
You were too close. You
Okay.
struck it kind of in this area. So that means the club as it went through went kind of over there.
Okay.
So that was like an inch or two, like too close.
Okay.
So just reach just a little more. The cool thing there is that centrifugal force. So that force is flinging outward. So hover it in the air, stretch out. So here's how you know if you're stretching the right amount. Don't bend. Don't allow the stretch to cause a bend.
Okay, it's more of the extension of the arm.
It's just the arm, not the back.
Okay.
So you're going to be balanced with your body and stretched with the arm. Yep, so now you're going to work your shoulders on the angle and fling it. There it is. Look at you. Get you on tour in no time. All right, grab that.
Here I come.
Yeah. Grab that A wedge. Yeah, when is that? Tonight or tomorrow?
Yeah, we had hoped to play, but
I can't do it this week.
not with Brad's back.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Now, this is a more vertical angle. So it's all the same shoulder and throwing deal. It's more challenging because you're essentially starting more bent over and you have to hold those crunches better.
Okay.
So do a practice swing.
Same thing with the extension.
Yeah, good question. Because we're going more vertical,
Yeah.
you're not going to stretch as much. You're going to hang, like you're going to let your arms hang more. And then do the shoulder tipping, throwing, tipping. So if we don't catch any grass, that you didn't tip enough. There you go. So it's a pretty significant side bend. When you come through, like as you do this one, hold your finish for me. And hold it. Stay there. Now look at the world sideways.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll know if you've done this incorrectly.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at the world level.
Okay.
You got to be tilted. Yep, so try again, same thing. Yep, tip the shoulders way down, throw down, right? So now the arms, because they're hanging, and the throw is now more vertical. That's it. That's it. So the throwing down, not really throwing around. All right, let's try with the ball. Same thing. We're going to take a risk. We could miss it, but we don't care. All right, so same thing happened. Your shoulders tipped up. Okay. So we're going to blame your crunch. Throw was great. I like that part. Yep, so just crunch, crunch, crunch. Stay crunched. Nope, not enough. So the good news is, what's that?
A little close.
Nope. This didn't crunch. Okay. You will be much closer with this club. Yep, go more vertical, crunching down. There it is, look at you. Did you see it?
No.
It was such a nice shot.
My head down.
Yeah. Good for you. You'll see it on video. The ball took off like straight up in the air. Let's do more of that. Just crunch under. Gotta crunch under. There it is, another one. Wow. Did you see how high it's going?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. See, you're coachable.
I am. Possible.
It's totally possible. I mean, that A wedge is flying high and like, I don't know, 80 yards probably, up in the air, coming down soft. There's another one. Right, now that's an A minus.
Popped up too much.
Did you feel the clunkiness compared to the other two? The other two just had a sweet hit. That one was a little clunky, so that's evidence that you didn't quite crunch enough, didn't quite get under it enough. There it is. You have an awesome golf swing. You just got to do this. Don't do anything else. Okay. Let's do the 7-up. Where'd that guy go? Here he is. Check your time, by the way. How are we doing?
Good.
Okay. Let's do the same thing. And let's do it maybe here in front of the...
Okay.
That's okay. So now we actually care about where it goes, because you're actually making contact. Before we were just taking a risk. All right. No grass, so do a little crunch. There it is. So by the way, you've hit 2 drives. Your best so far is just over 200 yards.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's great. Then you got the dirt on that one. So that's progress. Yeah, relaxing the arms. Get them vertical and crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. There you go. Nice. Now we can do better than that, but that was still good. So you're just gonna do the arm swish and the crunch under. There you go. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
There it is. Right? So this is, you're probably gonna feel today that your like obliques are gonna get a workout, right, because you've been crunching and crunching and crunching. That's what we need. That was really nice. You just hit that 110 yards in the air and it went almost 120 total. Yep, vertical crunch. There you go. Look at you. Now, again, A minus, because this shoulder's barely crept up. Barely crept up. Like we'll call that now, we'll call that a good miss. Our expectations are going to change. Yeah, let's throw it, crunch.
Oops.
Oh, what happened?
I
Didn't crunch. Your throw was good, but what happened was the force of the throw sometimes messes with us.
Okay.
So you throw hard, which is great, you have a lot of power. Your body's got to be ready for it.
Okay.
So when you throw hard, you have to stay there. Balance. Yeah, you fell out of the crunch, basically. So stay in it while you throw. Hey, sorry. That's good. Do it again. Yeah, crunching. There you go, really good. There you go. So for you to have under crunched and topped it,
yeah,
and then over crunched and taken a divot,
yeah,
it's good, because you just went from one extreme to the other, and then the third swing was perfect. So you just hit that, 120 yards. That's even better. Have you ever hit shots like this before?
Not with my irons.
Told you it was going to be a change. All right, so now that one flew 120 in the air. That's where we want to be. Big crunches, big throws.
Whoops.
There you go. That was fast. Yep, another 125 in the air on that one. Let's play that ball right in the middle of your feet. Get comfortable, do the crunch throw. So good. I think you already won most improved for this year.
Oops.
That's okay. So what did we crunch too much? Yeah, maybe. Because you caught the ground a little too much. That's good. Because you've never crunched before. To be over crunching a little, that's a good thing.
Oops.
Oh, under crunched. I got ahead of myself. So we're gonna switch it up after this one. So
Okay.
Try one more. So here's how you know how much to crunch.
Okay.
You do a practice swing.
Okay.
Practice swing will reveal, oops, didn't hit the ground, oops, took a big divot. You gotta find the appropriate crunch. So do a couple practice swings. If you get perfect contact, you know that you crunched the right amount. That was pretty perfect. So let's just go with that degree of crunch. Not any more or less.
My club.
Yeah, it hit funky on the club face. I actually think the crunch throw, which was what all we're working on, was good. So do another practice. Right, trying to get a feel for it. That was pretty good. Yep, same crunch throw. Hey, there it is. Look at you. Nice. Now grab that driver. I want to do it again. So now what you're going to find is on the driver, because it's longer, the crunch is a little less. So when we did that stick over the shoulders and swishing, that's how this thing reveals what we need to do, right? So let's go back to that. So here, put the with your left hand on your shoulders.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then the right hand on the up here. Yeah, so tuck it up. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Now, when you have a tiny club, so let's grip all the way down here. Tiny club, go swing back and stop. Shoulders go vertical and then slow swish vertical, right?
Yeah.
So you probably needed a more do that again. So little club means very vertical. Now hold it way at the end and stand up tall and point it out, maybe like there will be like driver. So then when you turn your shoulders and you swish, you don't have to go as vertical.
Okay.
So this is the secret to everything. Okay. You can't share this with anybody else.
The shorter the club, the more crunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't share it with anybody. Yeah, you're gonna win club championship. We can't let anybody else know the secret. Okay, so do your grip. Do a practice that's gonna reveal the relative crunch, right? So you hit the ground.
Yep.
On a driver, we don't want to hit the ground.
Right. Okay.
So don't crunch as much. Turn a little more. Yep, now give it a fling, because we need to know if that swish is correct. Ooh, I like that. Do it again. Fling a little earlier. Sweet. Now try it with the ball.
Oopsies.
So here's why earlier I asked about body awareness, the yoga, bar, Pilates, that kind of stuff. Do the practice swing for me. And go inward. Feel and sense what your body's doing. There. There. Now, you didn't quite go low enough, so crunch a little more and sense that. There it is. So you did it correctly. Try to recreate that feel. Okay, you overdid it. So do you see the driver? It bounced off the ground.
Yep.
So that's good. You actually overdid the crunch for this specific club. It could have been pretty good for the 7-iron, because that's what we were just using, but it was too much for the driver.
Okay.
So do another practice. So more is not necessarily better. There you go. Yep, give a good throw always, because it's not quite accurate if you don't throw. Good. Try to repeat that feel.
Oh, shoot.
So what happened?
I don't know.
You hit the top on that one.
Okay.
You clunked the top of the ball, it dribbled.
Yep.
You didn't hear or feel any ground.
Okay.
So that means your shoulders didn't tip enough.
Okay.
But here's what we're talking about. 1.68 inches.
Okay.
That's it. So the difference is just that much. You
Okay.
hit the top probably 1.5. So you're only crunching 1.5. You don't have to crunch like 4 inches. If you crunch 4 inches, then you do the drop kick thing back here. So do a practice swing. Stand a little taller for me. And then do your shoulders and your swish. Good. Try again. Yep. Shoulders swishing. Okay, now let's try it with the ball. Don't go any slower. Always have good speed. Go big or go home. There you go. Very nice. All right, so it went a little left.
Yep.
We're gonna fix some of the accuracy stuff, but for now, I just gotta get you swinging fast. So for the record, we're at 87 miles an hour club head speed, which is definitely upper 20% for women golfers. So congratulations on that. And then that one went to 12. So can you get a little more angry? Ooh, that's okay. The radar will still tell me how fast that was. Maybe. No, topped it too much. So if you topped it too much, what happened to the shoulders? Didn't crunch enough, but we're only talking an inch worth. A little more crunch. There you go, very nice. Yep. This is fun.
This is fun.
How are we doing?
Gotta go in a minute.
Yeah, okay. So we'll wrap up the video. This is gonna be a video for you to watch over and over again so you don't do anything different.
Did you put a skinny filter on it?
Yeah, let me do that right now.
Golf clothes are
No.
bad enough.
No, it's all good. You're a rock star. You're doing great. Big shoulders, big swish. Love it. No, what did you do?
I just went through.
No, well, you hit the ground.
Okay.
So what happens if you hit the ground?
Too close.
Yeah, too much. So that would have been appropriate for maybe the 7 or 8 or something like that. So it's more throw and less crunch on the driver. Yeah, there you go. More throw, less crunch. Oh, a little too less. So that's the shoulders. So whenever you have inconsistency, blame the shoulders. Okay, the throwing you've got down, you've got good speed. You can throw maybe a tiny bit easier because the throw might be knocking you off balance, but we got to get the side bend thing figured out. Love that setup. Trust it. There it is. There it is. Nice. So we'll finish on that one. That was a good one. Let's see what kind of info we got on the TrackMan. Good. There you go. 82.5 on that one. So that was a little smoother compared to what we're used to. You still got it over 200 yards. Some of your 7-irons went in that 125 area, which is great. Just so you know, it's, like 200 yards is kind of a great number for women golf off the tee. And then even between 100 and like 115 on a 7-iron is good. So you're doing even better than that. So I'm not worried about the speed. What we got to do is get in your mind, we're getting this control, like body pitch, right? There's this angle for everything. Driver is the least amount of bend, and then wedge, where in your bag you got a wedge, that'll be the A is the most. Eventually you will get you like a 56 and a 60 degree, and that'll put you even more. So that'll be your shortest club. So for the video, what do you want to add or subtract? Any takeaways that really triggered, like some main thoughts that really worked?
The crunch and throw, like I never would use the term throw in golf. So that definitely helps. I think the hovering the driver over the ball and the setup to make sure that it's the right thing, that was very helpful tip. just working on the crunching and throwing.
Yeah. And it's specific.
Yep.
So as you work on it, you're going to use sticks. You're going to use like these white sticks when you come out to the range. So I'll just show you when you don't have these sticks like I have.
Yep.
Take that, hold it in your left hand, then hold this in your right hand upside down, like just like that, and then just kind of work that angle. And then just before you leave, check out our moose over here.
Oh my gosh, he's huge.
Wandering past the house. He was out here this morning. So right on cue, the end of your lesson, we get some epic wildlife.
Oh my gosh, everyone's gonna be so...
Okay, what do you think? Good?
Yes, amazing. When can I get another lesson?
Yeah, whenever you want.
Okay.
The more we stay on top of this, the better.
Okay.
You know, you're gonna do some reverting because there's stuff that even though you didn't do a lot of it, you're still got some old patterns that are gonna creep back.
Yeah.
Are you okay if I put this video on YouTube and push it out there, or do you want me to just save it for you personally?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. No, it's cool. Like, I just love sharing this stuff. So yes, let's get together as soon as we can. We want to stay on top of it because otherwise you're going to revert a little bit. Let me know how your body's doing. You've got some more crunching going on.
I'm going to come to have camp tomorrow and I don't have anything in the morning, so I'll come here to the driving range and
perfect.
Just practice.
All right. Sweet.
Okay.
Good job.
Awesome.